Hello everyone, this is Martin Bryan, aka the Cheap Bastard. Today I'm going to do a video on my 3 favorite non-Les Paul Epiphones. I did a video a little earlier this month on my 3 favorite Les Pauls, 2 of which were Epiphones, and it seemed to be pretty popular. So I thought I'd take a moment to show that based on some feedback from people like you guys and some friends, I was challenged to think outside of the box a little bit and not be such a Les Paul snob. So the first acquisition was this Epiphone SG, and I've done reviews on each of these, so I'll just pepper in some clips. And I was really blown away. It has a lot of your typical Les Paul features: 3-way toggle switch, 2-volume, 2-tone. But for the price, this is like the midline, actually a little bit towards the top SG. It just feels and plays like a much more expensive guitar. It's got the slim taper mahogany neck, very thin frets. The fretwork on this is, to be honest, even better than one of the Gibson Les Pauls that I have. And it also has a 3-ply pickguard. So that was my first non-Les Paul purchase, and couldn't have been happier with that. And it inspired me to look at something else I'd been thinking about for a while. So in 1958, Gibson came out with 3 really heralded guitars. The Les Paul was already out. The Explorer, I mean, who would think of coming up with that body design in 58? And a V, which obviously I don't have here. So not only is this a faithful reissue of the 1958 Explorer, it has some modern features because this particular guitar has become very popular on the heavy metal side. So it has some neat features like a kill switch, which is built into the tone, so you can get that kind of womp 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 effect without having to use your toggle switch and the volume controls for your pickups. You can then have the flexibility to set those up in a different way and still be able to get that kill switch effect that you really hear very well in Diary of a Madman, Randy Rhoads' solo on Tonight. All right, and then in the middle, by far the cheapest guitar, and the most surprising is this Epiphone Dot. So it's laminate. It's not the body. It's not real mahogany. The binding is not real. It's just painted on. But what is real is there's a mahogany block down the center. The boot with those 2 F-holes is hollow, so it gives you kind of the best between an electric guitar and a hollow body. It's very loud when you're playing it unplugged, almost like an acoustic, but obviously it doesn't project as much as a jumbo, but probably as loud as a Little Martin, which I had. And because it's not completely hollow, it's semi-hollow, you can easily get feedback and, in my opinion, control it. So I've got a really cool video clip I'll try to throw in here on that. Okay, so that is, again, my 3 favorite non-Les Paul Epiphones. The order of the purchase was the SG, the Explorer, and then the Dot. Right now, I got to say, I think my favorite is the Dot, just for the price. It just completely blows me away. Again, all 3 of these have surprisingly good neck work and fretwork. I would say that the fretwork on the Dot is just as good as the fretwork on the SG, and then the fretwork on the Explorer is a little below that. It's got a much bigger frets. The only complaint I have about the Dot is it's advertised as having Grover tuners, and it does not. It's got cheaper, smaller, lighter weight tuners. They're still pretty good. but they're not the Grovers. So maybe I'll replace those at some point. All right, I will try to edit this and add some snippets of each of these wonderful guitars. Thanks.